Look down into this massive trench carved directly out of the Indian landscape. This is the Kailasa Temple at Ellora. For centuries, visitors have debated whether this was the work of supernatural forces or human engineers. The complexity is staggering. The towering roof, or shikara, and the densely packed upper levels sit directly against the raw cliff wall. The detail is so precise that local legends claimed no mortal could have achieved it. But this monument was never built by stacking individual stones. Every pillar, hallway, and sculpture is carved from one continuous, solid piece of the mountain. To understand how this was achieved, we have to look at the process of construction in reverse. The engineers here faced a unique challenge. Success depended entirely on the extraction of millions of tons of solid rock. Ancient surveyors began on the unbroken surface of the high cliff. From here, they mapped the entire footprint directly onto the stone. Using only ropes and chalk, they plotted straight excavation lines across the rock face to guide the first cuts. This allowed them to isolate a massive central block of rock. By digging deep trenches around it, they were able to shape the upper levels of the temple first, carving downward into the earth. Because the entire layout was committed to the rock face before the digging started, the structural design was locked. There was no way to adjust the plan once the stone was removed. This method created a highly unique construction sequence. The intricate upper shrines took shape in the sky, while the supporting rock below them remained an untouched solid mass. Carving through basalt required immense physical stamina. Workers had to strike the dark rock repeatedly, using only iron chisels and heavy stone hammers. But this method also carried an extreme risk. A single miscalculated fracture could split a load-bearing wall or ruin a pillar, potentially causing the entire structure to fail. To manage this, artisans strictly controlled the angle and rhythm of every strike, ensuring the stone broke only where intended. These workers functioned as elite engineers, balancing raw force with the microscopic precision needed to avoid a catastrophe. Beyond the carving, the builders had to manage the removal of thousands of tons of loose stone from the deepening courtyard. For the heaviest boulders, they utilized the pulling power of Indian elephants to drag the debris out of the excavation zone. While elephants moved the massive blocks, relay teams of oxen handled the continuous removal of smaller stone rubble. This relentless extraction was the only way to clear the physical space necessary for the lower levels of the temple to be reached. The site functioned as a synchronized machine, combining delicate human artistry with heavy animal logistics. In the final stages, artisans refined the structural columns, transforming solid stone into detailed reliefs of multi-armed deities and mythological scenes. Standing at ground level inside the completed monolith, it is easy to see why the site evokes such awe. The temple is the result of visionary planning and multi-generational dedication. It demonstrates that human beings can truly execute the impossible when they combine extreme effort with disciplined engineering. So, what do you believe is the true story behind these walls? The hand of gods or the genius of engineers? Please let me know in the comments.